Hello to you, fellow video goer, if that's what you like to be called, or then I'm sorry if I've offended you by that, but I'm quite surprised actually that churches are still around. It just seems like out of all the things in the universe, churches are the only thing to have not advanced in the technology side. I'm surprised churches weren't wiped out back in the past. But of course there will of course be people who say stuff like, "Hey, yes, well, this BP oil spill is down to us. This is a punishment from God. You shouldn't have all been driving your petrol-powered cars. You should have been like me and getting a scooter to the church every morning. You could have at least begged for your sins to be forgiven, but you didn't. Lies, every one of you, hurting the environment, fish, everything." Now, if BP do get this oil spill sorted out, I would be more than happy. In fact, I'd be proud to write on their message board, complaints board, whatever board I'm talking about here. I'll be putting the words, "I'm glad I'm not going to be after telling future generations about why there's always compulsory free oil in the fish fingers. They taste awful, Daddy. Shut up! They were free. They're 10% cheaper, I mean. Not quite free." Yeah. It seems to be the trend in the past, however long it's been now, that to buy stuff that you're never going to be using when you get back home, when you're on holiday. Because I went to my cousin's house a couple of years ago, and I noticed a shark tooth hanging off a little necklace sort of thing. I was wondering, no, I've never seen him use it. I've been round there. I went round there quite a few times in the years, and he's always got it, but I've never seen him, wear it or do anything with it. Dig with it. Maybe even knock one of his teeth out to have surgery, so he can have that teeth placed in. I might make chewing easier. Might only take one bite, and he's finished. That bite under the next bite. Yes. I could understand if there's no other option. What's my next option? All I've got with me is this shark tooth. Well, you said we'll have this tooth in your mouth by tea time, sonny. But there's no need to be having stuff like that this time. I could think of many cheaper options than buying a shark's tooth. Here's an idea for you. Have 32 teeth for free. They're in your gob. Anyway, I was watching Doctor Who the other day from 2005. I gotta say, we watched it, if I'm completely honest. And I've gotta say, what a long way we've come since then. 2 doctors have gone since then. Yes, well, I remember actually the Bad Wolf episode of 2005. If you can't remember, that's the one where they get transported back to Satellite 5, to the year 200,100. If you're still stuck remembering. I hope that helps. Yeah. So I remember watching the Bad Wolf episode in 2005, and when Rose got transported, of course we didn't know that when it was on. We thought she'd been killed, but when she got transported by the transport beam, not the disintegrator. I remember when I was 11 at the time this was first broadcast. I remember shouting "Rose!" at the TV screen. why that's relevant, I don't know. I just something I remember doing when I was, you know, what you know, something I remember, yeah. And you know, alarm clocks as well. Why do they? You ever noticed? Well, I suppose you would have done every morning actually, but you know, it's quite an annoying noise, isn't it, that they make? You know, maybe, you know, say, you know, sort of an iPod alarm clock sort of thing, it might be better. Well, it's sort of like, it's sort of more of a, you know, alarm clock than an iPod. You can't play any music on it, but bear with me for a minute. You can't play any music on it, but you can download songs to it that you might see where this is going. You know, you download songs to it to, you know, play in the morning. So you just set it. What song do I want to play in the morning? Oh, I feel like Wonderwall by Oasis. So you know, you just set that 6 AM whenever it is you wake up, and then, you know, or want to wake up, and you know, set your alarm clock, set that song on it, and then you wake up to the sound of that song instead of a bloody, you know, sound of a siren in your head. But yes, I hope it's just an idea to make your lives slightly less annoying in the morning. Yeah. You know, so yes, well, this has been the video. You know, tell me what you think if you want to. You know, I'd hate to think I was forcing you, but you know, it's optional. So you know, if you want to, just comment down there.